Right. So let's think about how the Jehovah's Witnesses would operate if their primary objective was child safety, and then why it doesn't operate that way. So, if the primary objective was child safety, the elders, when they get um, a, um, hear a story of child abuse, would immediately contact the authorities. We know that this would then be the quickest way to a just resolution. So why are they so resistant to doing that? Because this is the thing, right? You don't need to do a judicial committee or anything else. You could just let the secular authorities handle it, and then just do any organisation policies based on what the secular authorities did. So it would be quite simple. But here's where things fall apart. You see, if an elder is the child abuser, you are told, all the publishers, to look up to the elder as an authority figure, to listen and obey them. But then they're saying that the elders are being reported to the police for being child abusers. They're not going to look up and respect the police, even if this person isn't a elder themselves. They're probably funding the organisation, because it's well known that abusers have a greater ability to fund the organisation through donations than parents. And the other thing is that parents are trained to shun their own children. So if they're willing to shun their children, are they really willing to stop donating for the organisation if they mishandle things? No. The people that leave are the children, not the parents. This is what the data shows. 2/3 of the Jehovah's Witness children leave the organisation. Not 2/3 of the children's parents leave the organisation. The whole point of the policies is to keep the parents in, keep the parents' donations in. The children can't give massive donations to the organisation. The only thing that they're worried about is not losing loads to legal settlements. So the way that they handle it is they give it to like a senior elder who's maybe has some legal training or something. They're like appointed by the circuit overseer. And it all has to go through the service department at the branch. So they're gonna do it with someone that's got legally trained, and the whole point of it isn't to get the best outcome from the victim, but get the best outcome from the point of view of the organisation. And what's the best outcome for them? Most offender donations, most intact respect for the authority figures in the organisation, and the least amount of payout from the organisation to the victim. That's their priorities. They're to imagine that their priorities of updated procedures is for the child's benefit, for the victim of CSM's benefit, is absolutely naive beyond imagination. It's just a way of stopping the parents from leaving. They don't care. They really don't care if the children leave, because the children don't contribute as much, and their biggest funding mechanism is like through gifts in wills and abuser contributions, because these people feel guilty and they feel protected, and so they donate. But you're not going to get massive amounts of donations out of single mums. It's just absolutely lunacy to expect that. And even then, most of them will be willing to son their children. And if they're willing to son their children, they're not going to fear losing them. But with offenders, it's very, very different. If they get outed to the police, they get all the full force of the law applied on them, they stop donating. Very simple, very straightforward. So, yeah, how on earth do you expect an outcome where children are going to get the maximum protection? They're just adjusting to the legal realities of new laws and that, and only to the extent that they have to. But anyway, maybe so one day people will understand why the Russian government has labelled them an extremist organisation. Because once you realise, because covering up making a business model of covering up child abuse is an extreme, is what an extremist organisation does. But anyway, like and subscribe if you like this content. Thank you.